act, things they
Yeah, sure.
do.
What can women wear that men can't?
Anybody can wear anything, but it's about
Right. So then,
consistency.
okay, so that's not going
You
to distinguish men and
consistently
women
also,
then.
if you consistently do women things, if
I think you're
you
talking about feminine. I think you're talking about feminine things. Feminine things and being a woman are two different things. Feminine things are going to be characteristics like traditionally associated with women, right?
right,
But femininity isn't woman. Women are women irrespective of their femininity and or masculinity.
but that's how we determine women if
No, no,
we
we don't.
operate in that way.
By the sex, it's by the sex female. Women are female, human beings. Femininity is what's associated traditionally with them. That's going to be an associative characteristic, not a determinative characteristic.
Yeah, but we don't operate like that in just regular human society. We don't operate. I don't go around
Yes,
asking
we
the
do.
statistics of every person to validate if to see if they're a man or woman. If they operate like a woman and they act like a woman, they do things like a woman,
Right,
and
but
they
you need
say
to.
I'm a woman, then I'm going to agree with them. If you have a man
Well,
who's
sure, but you have
who
to hold
sometimes
on.
wants to act like a woman,
I
who
understand,
sometimes
but you
wants to
have
wear a
to.
dress, who
You
sometimes
have to. Will just won't stop talking. You're gonna have to like distinguish because you keep saying woman things, and there is nothing that women can do that men can't in terms of like society outside of biology.
then why do
So
we have man and woman? Why do we have masculine and feminine?
yeah, masculine and feminine are just traditionally associative, like ascriptions that we make towards men and women, things that we ascribe to men and women. That's fine, but they don't define us as men and women. We're men and women because we're human beings, adult
Obviously
human
it don't
beings.
define masculine and
Of
feminine. Obviously doesn't just wholly define if you're a man or woman, but it's
it doesn't
about
define it. It doesn't define it at all.
you just want to isolate some words, and we're not even taking in the full picture. If
I'm
someone
not
consistently
isolating. I'm
acts
not
like a woman,
isolating words. Like there's a like I can make a distinction. Like you can. I'm just distinguishing between
okay, then
feminine
what can you
versus.
distinguish between a trans female? Because I know you've seen beautiful, very beautiful. By the way, happy Pride Month, everyone. Very beautiful trans woman. What would you distinguish as different from a regular woman?
They're male.
Okay, they biologically, yes, but what
Okay,
else?
that's my distinction.
So that doesn't make them a woman.
Yeah, yeah, they're not women.
So what do you think the distinction is between gender and sex?
I don't personally make a distinction. I believe that that gender is essentially dependent upon sex.
So you believe that whatever you're born into, you have to be.
Yes, you can't change your sex. So yes.
Yeah, I agree. You can't change your sex, but you can change how you present and your gender.
Yeah,
Gender
no,
is not the same.
presentation. Hold on. Presentation and your gender are two different things. So if I express in a masculine or feminine manner in terms
They
of my
go
clothes,
together. They go
um,
together.
no, they don't. Because I can be a man and dress effeminately. Sorry, effeminately. Sorry, rather. Right. I'm still a man though because I'm of the male sex, not because I'm feminine.
Yeah, but that you don't consist. If you're, I don't know what, are you gay or
I'm
straight,
bisexual.
bisexual?
Hmm.
So if you were to wear a dress
Yep.
and you said, I'm a woman, obviously anyone in the room could say, no, you're really not a woman because this is not something you consistently do. This is not something we can tell that is natural to you.
Are drag queens women?
No, of course not.
But they consistently wear dresses.
I didn't say it's what you wear. I said it's a consistent basis of how you act, of what you wear,
Yeah,
and a lot of different
drag
factors.
queens
You
consistently.
just
Yeah,
want to,
drag
like
queens.
I
Hold
said,
on,
you keep
that's
wanting.
what I'm addressing. Drag queens consistently wear dresses. So if that's how they consistently act in
Their
accordance with
drag
femininity,
can
are
determine
they
them
women?
as drag queens. They come out and say, "I'm a drag queen." They don't
They
say,
don't
"I'm
have.
trans."
Yeah. Okay. So why does being trans grant a male like the right or some sort of like qualifier to be a woman?
And why? Or I'm sorry. Can you ask again?
Yeah. What about yeah? So there's different kinds of males who dress very effeminately rather, right? And they're still men. So why does one particular type of male get to become women?
Because I'm sure there's studies out there that show that they are more likely to be trans than just wanting to wear something cute.
What?
There's studies that show differences in brain chemistry in trans people and regular people.
Okay, none of that is causal to gender identity.
But the thing is you're just really, and I don't really understand what your problem is
I don't have
because
a problem.
a lot of trans people fought just for you to even have the right to be here.
Excuse me? What do you
So
mean? So, which trans people fought for me?
a lot of trans people, period, from the
Such
beginning.
as? Such as?
There's a lot of people.
Such
I'm not
as?
gonna just name drop people, but I
Yeah,
mean,
name drop them. You said that they were people,
gay
unless you just
people, trans people.
watched a random TikTok video that said trans people started like maybe Stonewall or something, which is just inaccurate. Um,
Well, it's not every. We all, as a community, are supposed to
okay,
stick.
so trans people are not solely responsible for my liberty as a
Of course
bisexual.
not, but they have a big. They play a big part in it, do they not?
Yeah, everyone plays a big part in the LGBTQ movement, which has turned to shit, by the way, because it's really annoying.
And
So
you want you. I don't understand people like you because
people
they're
like me,
already so oppressed that you just have to go.
I'm not oppressing them by stating the truth.
Because what you're trying to do is you say, oh, let's just isolate these few things. Well, the world
I'm not.
isn't just that simple. The world
Oh
isn't
my
just
god.
about yes and no. The world is
What?
so complex. It's something you don't
Yeah,
understand.
the world being complex doesn't mean that there are no answers.
There are answers. You don't really want them. You just want to
I
believe.
know the
Like, what's your
answers.
goal? If there's a trans woman sitting in front of you, your
Mhm.
goal is to tell them who they are.
No, I didn't say that.
When they already know that they are biologically male or female, but they want to
Okay.
present, they want to be a woman, and they respectfully
Am I stopping them
use
from
their
wanting to present?
preferences.
Am I stopping them from presenting in a feminine way?
No,
Did I
but
say
you're
that I
going
was?
against them. You're oppressing trans people as a whole, even with.
I'm not oppressing anyone. I'm literally
Yeah,
stating
you
a
are.
fact.
You are.
Yeah, how am I oppressing them?
You're oppressing them because you're stating lies, first of
Okay,
all,
where's the lie?
because trans
What,
women are women,
yeah,
because
but
gender
you
is
don't
not
know.
as
But yeah, but
simple.
you don't know what woman
Gender
means.
is not as simple as male and female.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
So give me the properties of how gender just only equates to male and female.
Determinatively, yes. So, if a person is a man, they would be an adult human of
Okay,
the
with that,
male.
yeah, I heard
They,
that.
they
What are the
would be
properties?
okay. I don't know why you keep talking while I'm
Why
talking.
are because you're not listening to the question. Why? What are the properties that distinguish that's distinguishably show that gender only has to do with male and female or just sex?
The way how I'm defining it, I'm
So you're
defining it for you right now.
so
What do you mean?
just gender is just male and female because I heard gender is male and female.
Yeah, that's how we interpret words, honey.
No, it's not how you're not even listening to the question.
You
Do
don't.
you know
Yeah,
what gender? Do you know what gender is?
I know what gender is said to be, and I
What is
disagree
the
with it.
definition of gender to you?
From Oxford Languages. It's just either of the two sexes with reference
Thank you
to
for those gifts. I really
social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. That's the Oxford Languages version. I disagree with it though.
you're kind of
'Cause
talking really super fast. Can you kind of retract? I'm
okay,
sorry, I
I'll
truly didn't hear
repeat
you.
once. So I would define gender determinatively to be the state of being male or female.
Why? What are the properties of that? Like
Yeah,
makes you
belonging. Yeah,
conclude that?
yeah, belonging. Yeah, so belonging to the sex, or primarily indicating the sex that would be organized or produced. Organized around the production of large or small gametes. So the
That
two
is
sexes.
sex, sir. That's biological sex. I
Yes, and
said gender.
I said that it was linked to gender. So women are going to be
Well,
adult
then you're
humans
totally
who
wrong.
are
That is
of the
not what
female.
gender is.
Are you? Do you know how words work?
Do you know how words work?
I am aware, but you're telling me
Because I
how I
said, what's
can.
defined gender, and you're defining sex to me.
Yeah, and I just said it's either one of the two sexes.
Well, that's a lie. Anybody can go
Okay.
look that up right now. Go look
Okay.
up what is the differences
I
between
gave
gender
you
and sex.
I gave you the
Right
Oxford
now.
Languages definition of gender, but I told you that I disagree with the modern understanding of gender.
It to me, it sounds like you just don't want to believe that.
Yeah, I don't, because it
Somewhere
conflates
in your
gender.
little heart, you just want
Because
to
it
impress.
conflates. Stop talking while I'm talking.
You want to impress
It
the people
conflates
around you
gender with gender roles
that are
and
making.
gender stereotypes, which are completely different. That's the reason I disagree with the modern understanding of gender. Okay, so
You obviously,
can you define gender for me?
yet you're up here claiming that you know what it,
Can you define gender for me, please?
you're trying to claim that you know.
Can you define gender? Because I don't know.
I can't speak.
You can't speak. I'm just asking you to answer my question. Because all you're doing is saying that I'm oppressing trans people when you quite literally haven't defined woman up until this point, yet you believe trans women are women. So,
So if they want the difference between sex and gender, I'm available to read what it does say. I disagree with it, but I'm available to read what it says.
I'm aware of what it says. And I stated this before, I disagree with the modern understanding of gender because it conflates gender with gender roles, expression, and stereotypes. Those are
Gender,
completely different things.
gender is a characteristics
Yeah, what
of
are the
how you
characteristics?
present.
Yeah, what is the presentation?
It has to be a consistent presentation of femininity, the way you dress, the way you speak, what you do,
Okay,
that we all
that
can tell that,
that
hey,
doesn't
that's a woman.
that doesn't make a person a woman. You're just talking about things that we could traditionally associate with women on a social level. That doesn't define
Exactly.
women.
We out on a social level, that's how we
I'm
communicate.
aware of what.
How
Did you
we
hear what I said? I just agreed with you. I just said to you that I'm aware. We agree that there are things that we societally associate and or attribute to men and women.
Okay, so
All I said,
what's the problem?
bro, let me finish. All I subsequently said is that those things do not define us as men and women.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
That's you literally just agreed.
I agreed that I agreed that there were societal
Agreed.
associate.
You agreed that
I agreed that there were societal associations made with men and women. Not that men and women are defined by those as societal associations. Please listen very carefully. You think that the men and women are defined by those things. I disagree with you.
but you have no basis of what that should, because the reality is that when I go out on the
Would you
street
like to look
and
at the
I see
definition of woman?
someone,
Because
yeah,
you went
I
and looked at
can't.
the definition
I
of
keep
gender.
interrupting, but I can't even speak.
Go on.
When I go outside and I walk around and I see someone who looks like a woman and they act like a woman, they
What
present
does that
themselves
mean?
as a woman
What does that mean?
to me, and they tell me that, hey, I'm a woman.
Bro, what does it mean to act like a woman?
And it's a simple fact of respect. But
Bro, are you just gonna keep talking and that like not substantiating anything that you're saying? What does it mean to act like a woman?
you obviously know what a woman acts like. I don't have to explain that to you.
No, there
Yeah,
is no
yeah, yes,
distinguishable. There is
you
there
do.
is no distinguishable. No, I don't. There is no way to act like a woman.
Okay,
There's a
so
way to act
you don't even know what a
feminine.
woman is, right?
Yeah,
You
I
can't
know what a
even,
yeah, I told you what a woman was, an adult human female.
and then you agreed that we base our gender off of societal standards.
That's not what I said. You're straw manning. I said that men and women are adult human females based upon sex, and there are characteristics that we associate with men and women, but they don't define us as men and women.
Okay, so
I
let
did
me
not
ask you
say that
this:
I did not say that we base gender on societal
what's your
ascriptions.
goal? What's
I
your
didn't
goal?
say that. What's my goal here?
Yeah, what's your goal?
Well, yeah, to show people like what like no offense, but dumb people such as yourself like don't know what a woman is, but you continuously and erroneously advocate for trans people, and you don't know what a
No,
woman is.
you obviously don't know what gender is, and you like to skip over that and act like
I
sex is
told
all
you
that.
what I told you what gender was. Told you how I was defining gender, and I can give you a rational. I did give you a rational reasoning as to why I don't agree with the modern understanding of gender. I believe it conflates gender with gender roles. They're
Not to
not the
mention
same.
that trans people have existed for a long time, way longer than this all even
I've
became.
never denied it. But from history to now, trans women have always been men, and trans men have always been women. What's your point?
Yeah, on a biological level.
Which is what defines the men and women.
Yes, biologically, but that doesn't mean that when
Biologically,
you define
okay.
them in society, that doesn't mean that we have to hold that same thing just because
Yes, we
it's
do.
biological. We don't
Yes, we do
look at
because
the world.
yes, because biology. Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
it.
what about intersex women?
Yeah,
Are they not
okay.
women?
Yeah, they are because.
Oh, why? Why is
Yeah,
that?
because the intersex conditions and/or disorders of sexual development
I'm
affect
sorry, what?
either
I
either
don't speak in super
because
fast. So
because
what?
intersex conditions affect either of the two sexes. So they would be female. The term currently used within modern medical literature is disorder of sexual development.
But that doesn't mean that they have the
It
specific
affects either male or
that
female.
you require. You require what you're saying is you require a specific biological of
Yes, I
genitalia
do.
to
Yeah.
determine their
I didn't say genitalia. No.
yes or no.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so it's like you really
You didn't
don't.
even
Do you know what you're talking
you're
about?
just presupposing. You didn't even ask me how I was defining female. But yet again, you keep
Okay,
assuming.
okay. So tell me how you define a female.
Although primarily denoting the sex that can produce large gametes or bear offspring.
Okay, so an intersex woman, again, how are they? How are they not a woman? If
She
there's an intersex female,
primarily denotes
how is she not a woman?
the sex that can produce large gametes. Therefore, she's female.
That's not always the case with every single intersex person.
Every single female with a disorder of sexual development primarily indicates the sex that can produce large
That's not
gametes.
true. That is not true.
Name the condition. Name any intersex condition that only affects females. Go.
I'm not. No, I'm saying it's not true that every intersex person has that
I
specific
didn't
gametes
say.
or
Oh my
whatever you said.
Jesus! I didn't say that. Like, do you listen when people talk to you?
Do you?
I didn't say every intersex person has gametes. I did not say that. Repeat the definition of female I gave you.
A female is someone biologically who has I don't know if I could say that, but ovaries, all the
Didn't say
female
that.
properties
I
that a
didn't
female
say
has.
that. I didn't say that.
That's my definition.
No, I asked it. What did I give you? What was the definition that I gave you?
The definition you gave me of a woman is a specific type of gamete cell
No,
size.
female. Definition of female that I gave you. Specifically female.
Yeah, you said gametes. The size
Yeah.
of the
No. I said either bit. Oh my God. Repeat the definition word for word if you were listening, because I don't think you listened very well.
I just repeated what you said, so I don't really
No,
need
you
to.
didn't. I didn't just
Yes,
say
I
large
did.
gamete. I did just say female equal large gametes. Boom. Not what I said. I specifically said being of or primarily denoting the sex that can produce large gametes and or bear offspring. That is what I told you. So in the absence of a large gamete, that's why denoting is there, the person would be primarily organized around the production of or indicate primarily the sex that can. Where are you confused?
I'm not confused. I asked you about intersex people.
Okay, yes, and and there are certain intersex conditions that only affect females. They're known as disorders of sexual development, and there are certain that only affect males.
Okay, so what is their
how many
specific?
how
What is
many
their
sex
specific gametes and everything?
large or small? So females, they would be
But
organized
they can
around the
be
production.
both.
They would no human being has produced both. No,
No, I'm saying they can either or, but they can be both.
you cannot produce both gametes. No.
And intersex men or women use gender to in society.
Are you?
who they
Did
are.
you? Are you just gonna keep talking? Or are you gonna listen? Because you're not listening.
Well, at the end of the day, trans people are always going to exist. So,
I never stated that they don't exist. I just don't consider trans women women, and I don't consider trans men men.
okay, good for you. So, what now?
You're supposed to debate
Because
it.
a trans woman is still going to be a woman in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
So,
So define woman. Still waiting on a coherent definition.
I already explained to you that
No,
the
you
way that I
didn't.
define a
You
woman is
gave
somebody
no.
who
You
show
gave
through their
qualities.
gender show.
You gave qualities that both men and women share. You didn't give anything that distinguishes them. I specifically asked you what distinguishes men from women, and you didn't have an answer.
No, because you're not going to accept the answer that I have for you, which is the truth.
No, the answer just isn't sufficient.
No, it's not. It's sufficient to you
No, it's just not sufficient at all.
because I told you that a lot of studies show the way that we look at the world and the way we look at people is through a societal lens, not a sexual biological lens.
Oh my goodness, I didn't. But we're not here talking about perception. Okay,
Yeah, you don't want to
trying
talk
to make
about it. I know you don't want to go into.
Yeah, because perception can be false. So I'm not going to base my entire position about men and women about a potentially false perception. No, I don't want to talk about false perception. You're absolutely
People are
correct.
always going to see trans women as women.
No, they're not. And they're not women. I don't care if you perceive a person to be a woman. It doesn't
Because
necessitate that
there's millions of us.
it doesn't now necessitate that you know are a woman.
And there are
Can
people like you.
just gonna move on because he's not really making any sense anymore.
Just for the person in the comments, there has never been a case of true hermaphroditism in humans, ever.
Well, no, we don't produce both gametes.
As
That's
of yet. Just to throw it, but there hasn't been.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So if we and just to be clear, let me just clarify. I would agree to a certain degree that trans women could be potentially. Queen Jasmine does not produce both gametes. That's false. I haven't spoken to Josephine in quite some time, to be honest. I really have not.
Wait, where's the narrative where Jasmine produces both? What?
Now, he claims he has Klinefelters, and he
So
does
he
not.
wouldn't produce both. And if he has Klinefelters, he wouldn't produce both.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's a straight up lie. Anyways, if you believe trans women are women, I'm going to have my last couple guests and then I'm going to end. So if you believe trans women are women, request up.
Saying that at the end of the day, if a trans woman goes into a restaurant, she's going to be treated as a woman.
Yeah, what does it mean to be treated as a woman?
The way that people see her, they're going to know, oh, that's a woman.
You see her as what? What characterizes it?
Just seeing her, seeing everything about her.
Yeah, seeing what about her?
Like, what do you want me to say?
I want you to give an answer. I want you to.
I don't know what a sufficient answer will be for you.
Yeah, because you don't have one.
Want to stick to
because you don't have one. There is no societally mutually exclusive distinction between men and women. Social roles, social presentation, mannerisms are not going to distinguish men and women. You're just referring to stereotypical behaviors. They don't define men and women. Should you see the part where it says you're probably misogynistic if you believe otherwise? This is exactly why it's written at the bottom. Because most persons, or some persons who hold this belief around society, are treating women by some sort of societal stereotype, are defining women by some sort of societal stereotype, which is just reminted sexism in the name of gender ideology. It's dumb. Okay? So... Oh, okay. So... Hi, Nonya.
Hi, Nate.
What's up?
Nothing. I just came up to say hi.
Yeah, what's up?
It refers to the range of characteristics pertaining to and differentiating between masculinity and femininity. Depending on the context, these characteristics may include biological sex.
What's being read?
He's defining gender. So you see how it doesn't say anything about man and woman right there? It's referring to masculinity and femininity, which, by the way, derive
depending on the context. These characteristics,
bro, it doesn't say anything about men and
sex.
Oh, I don't care
I know you don't, because you just want
I asked you to define man
to
and
hear what's
woman,
on your
not
bias.
masculinity. I asked you to define man and woman, not masculinity and femininity. Pay attention, Pookie. I didn't ask you to define it.
Refers to the range of character.
I know what gender is.
No, you don't.
What are men and women?
Men and women
Biological sex.
are a mix of both of these, gender and sex.
What distinguishes them?
Their characteristics.
What characteristics distinguish women from men?
There's a lot of characteristics. Their clothing,
Such
their
as?
behavior, their
Okay,
personal.
name one item of clothing that can be worn by women that cannot.
I'll tell you.
I asked you this earlier. You just keep being very vague.
I just told you their clothing, their behavior, their personal appearance.
Yes,
Okay.
name the personal appearance that distinguishes men from women.
I'm not gonna. You're so
This
dishonest,
proves
bro.
you don't have an answer. This is then you
are
come at
so
me and
dishonest.
oh my dishonest. I'm asking asking you for an answer. I'm literally
Just
asking
told
you.
you.
You hold up. No, you didn't. What particular item of clothing or items of clothing do women possess that men can't?
Go look up women clothing in any shop ever.
Name one. I know every single item in a women's
Then
clothing.
you already
section.
know. You
Every
already.
single, and I don't, because there is no
I'm not
answer.
gonna sit here and play this game
Oh
with
my
y'all. Y'all
God.
aren't dumb.
Every single item in a women's clothing section can be put on by a man.
Yeah, iconic. I agree with your idea, but not that. That's kind of wrong.
The social
Because here's what he wants me to do. He wants me to say, "Oh, a skirt. Oh, a man can wear a skirt."
no, you're proving my
That
point.
doesn't mean-
You're proving
But
the
it was-
That doesn't
remedialism.
mean that they're a woman.
Bro, stop unmuting when I mute you. You're proving the remedialism of your answer, right? It's not a reflection of me. It's a reflection of you. You keep trying to utilize stereotypical conceptions of men and women, right, to define them. One, that's sexist, which is why I have the thing written in red below the prompt. Two, it doesn't provide an answer to my question. My question is what distinguishes men and women conceptually. I say it's
Their
sex.
biological sex and their gender characteristics.
What are the gendered characteristics? Let's remove sex. What are the gendered characteristics?
There's characteristics, lipstick, makeup, clothes.
Can men wear
all
lipstick?
types of stuff.
Can men wear lipstick?
That doesn't mean that they are women, though.
Oh, perfect. So lipstick is not a qualifying
To have a
characteristic,
consistent
not
basis.
a qualifying characteristic to be a woman. So lipstick slashed off. Next.
You have to have a factor. These factors all include all different factors. It's not just one.
Give the fucking factors, you literal troglodyte.
Into the fucking answer.
What are the factors? What are the factors that women socially hold that men don't? Come on now. What are they?
Can I speak?
Yes, you can if you answer.
There's different fact. What you want me to say is that women do this. Women like to go shopping. Women like to.
That's what you are saying.
That's
That's
the
what you
point
are
I'm
saying.
gonna make.
That's
That's not the
is
little
point
game I'm
you-
not
that
gonna play
is the
into.
point you're making. That's literally what you've been saying the whole time. You said
No,
that
I have not.
mannerisms.
No.
You literally chat. Did he not say that mannerisms define men and women? They're mannerisms that distinguish men and women.
Of biological characteristics.
No, we're not talking about biological characteristics because when you utilize biological characteristics, you exclude trans women. You're trying to utilize a definition that includes trans women. So biology, male and female are not going to help you here. As far as physiological characteristics are concerned, inherently speaking, we're talking about social characteristics. You said gender was different from sex. In fact, the definition of gender you read contradicts what you stated before. Because in the definition you read, it clearly states that some of the characteristics that are quote unquote gendered can also still refer to sex characteristics. I'm being very lenient. I'm being very lenient, and I'm deciding to omit the part where it references sex. I'm going to afford you the opportunity to define gender independently of sex, but I need you to distinguish between the genders, should you choose to do so. If you utilize gendered concepts, social concepts under your framework, what distinguishes men from women conceptually?
The different things that men and women do,
Such
like
as
um, I don't know, like regular things, like
such as
feminine things, makeup.
Jesus Christ. Can men do feminine things and wear makeup?
That doesn't mean that doesn't mean the same thing. I know what you're trying to do. That's not
Exactly.
what I'm
So they're
saying.
not women. So they're not women because they wear makeup. So makeup and femininity are not qualifying characteristics to be a woman.
But you're trying to push me in a box saying that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's all.
That is all you're saying. Because when you utilize, we're talking
I'm
about a
not.
trans-inclusive, yes, it is. We're talking about a trans-inclusive definition that you're trying to utilize. That is what we're talking about, okay? The biological sex definition, adult human male, adult human female, based on how you and I mutually decided to define them, do not coincide with the definition of trans woman, right? Sorry, do not coincide with your trans inclusive definition of woman. If you're referring to the two sexes, women are going to be adult human females and men are going to be adult human males. Trans women are not adult human females, therefore they're men, and trans men are not adult human males, therefore they're women.
So if you saw a trans woman, you're gonna call her a man.
Sure, why not? I wouldn't go
There
out
you
of my
go.
way to.
Dishonest,
I wouldn't go out of my way to. But
disrespectful, and oppressive.
how is that disrespectful? It's disrespectful to state the truth in 2024.
And you know the same. I hope the same people you think you're trying to support turn.
Oh, Jesus, I'm not supporting fucking anybody. I just want you to answer my question. Can you just answer? What distinguishes men from women under
There's
your
nothing I'm
social
gonna say for you to understand. So there's no point
the reason we don't understand it is because it doesn't make any sense.
to you.
What? No, it doesn't make any sense to anybody. There's a person right above you who agrees that trans women are women. She has a better argument than you do. She just told you what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Nobody here understands you. And listen, to be honest, I'm not even going to appeal to a majority here. It doesn't matter if no one, if I'm the only one who doesn't understand you. You're talking to me. You cannot logically explain your position at all. Social stereotypes, social associations do not define nor distinguish conceptually between men and women.
Well, then why are trans women here? There's still going to be trans women. That's what I'm saying. There's
Because
still
they,
gonna
yes,
be
they're
people
trans. They're
who
trans women,
see
which is
them
a
as
type of.
women and who are going to call them
They're
women and
not.
who are going to say that's a lady.
Jesus Christ. I don't care if people are fooled by looking at trans women who appear female and say that's a woman. It doesn't objectively negate the fact that they are still male. I
But
told you already, we're not here to focus. We're not here to focus on societal perception, which could potentially be false. That's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss the truth claim that they are women. Your truth claim cannot be substantiated because you have not provided a mutually
yes, I
exclusively
did. Gender
distinguishable.
gender
Oh, you did.
gender
Okay,
is
then
important.
answer.
Not
What
societal
what
standards.
conceptually distinguishes men from women under the social framework?
There's many things. Just look it up.
Such as
There's many things you can look it up.
such as
Things you can look up on Google, google.com.
Google doesn't tell me anything.
Look up the differences in between masculine and feminine on Google.
Masculinity and
I think it would
femininity.
help you a lot.
Stop. I didn't ask you for the difference between men and women. Sorry, for between masculinity and femininity. I asked you for the difference between men and women.
The differences between man and woman.
Define woman without including any type of man. Go.
How does that make sense?
Define woman without including men. That question doesn't make sense to you at all. If I say to you if I say to you define dog without including cat, that makes sense to you?
Then they would be a cat.
What?
What are you talking about?
Are you dense?
Not as dense as your forehead.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna take offense to that because this My forehead is large. I have no problem admitting that.
Oh, I
You
bet
need to-
all that brain.
You
up in
need
there.
to. You need to. Hold on. You need to tell me what. If I ask you to define woman without including man, what part of that doesn't make sense to you?
Okay, so you know what? Since I'm an honest person, I'm gonna say what you're saying is completely wrong.
How am I? How am I wrong?
I know at the end of the day, you went and put that Party City wig on, and you said, "Damn, I can't be trans."
Can you please
That
tell
don't
me?
mean other people can't.
Can
Just
you
let
tell
people.
me? Can you tell me what distinguishes men from women conceptually under your social framework? Before you answer, I don't need a Party City wig. My curls are lovely, and I love my curls. Okay, honey?
Bottom surgery.
Thank you. Pardon?
What?
Bottom surgery distinguishes men from women. Can't both trans men and trans women have bottom surgery?
Trans men?
Yeah. Can both trans men and trans women have bottom surgery?
Anyone can.
So it's not a distinction then. Okay, so back to square one. What is the conceptually distinguishable characteristic or set of characteristics that delineate men from women? It's a very simple question.
Let's see. Nate and Bigfoot.
Am I supposed to dignify that with a reply?
What the hell is happening?
I don't know anymore.
Exactly.
It's because of you, nigga, because you don't make any sense. What did you call me? Nigga, what? I'm literally talking about you. Who do you think I'm talking to? I'm
I
talking
know
about
y'all
you.
just heard that.
I'm
This
a black
man
American.
did. Well, sir, what is your ethnicity?
I'm a black Jamaican, honey. Jamaican.
Oh, okay. Shoot. I was, woo, baby.
That's crazy.
I was about
Come
jumping
on.
alive.
I guess there would be no way to know that you're black, Nate.
He was ready to call you racist.
I've done a face reveal already. I'm black. Everybody knows this.
I have not seen your face reveal, but this man doesn't know that.
Thank you, Daniel. If you want to ask my chat, ask
Jamaican.
my chat if I'm black or not. If you want to.
No, I know you are. I'm not questioning that. I'm saying he wouldn't know that.
Right. I don't know, yo. I don't know who you are.
Okay,
So.
well, we're talking about you. You're the one holding up the conversation right now.
But why not just support trans women? Why not?
I can't support them as women because nobody
tell you-
in the
let me- can I
nobody
ask you
hold on.
something,
Hold on,
Nate?
hold on, hold on. No one in the world can explain to me what it means. Nobody, right? Doesn't make any sense, right? All I'm saying to you is that I acknowledge them as trans women. I consider them a type of man. They're men to me, right? But I call them trans women, right? The type of man who has gender incongruity, who is trying to emulate the opposite sex in society to alleviate either some sort of distress and or incongruity with their sex. That's fine.
You know what?
They,
And I could
they
agree.
exist.
that-
Hallelujah, Jesus. Okay, but I'm saying they're not women, right? Because I personally believe in women's sex-based rights. I don't think that a male, should be able to identify into the sex class of woman
Why not?
because he's male.
But not really. Not they present as a woman though.
Yes, they are. Presenting as the opposite sex doesn't make you the opposite sex.
Yeah, it doesn't make you, but that don't mean you still can't be treated that way, especially when you are consistently you consistently stay.
What are you saying?
The amount of arguments that are jumbled together in here is crazy.
I'm so fucking dumb. Somebody get me a 9mm for me, please.
You have to pick an argument and just stick to it. You're just kind of jumping.
It's just like you're going all over the place now. Could you just tell me? Because the thing is, you literally haven't defined woman or man. You don't know what it means. Okay? I'm gonna let Rebecca off because he really wants to. He really, he been gifting like a madman. I love my gifters. So, Rebecca, please come up if
At the end
you're.
of the day, I love everybody who's trans out there. I know it's a bunch of haters in here, but
Oh my God, bro, go eat a fork. My
Does
God.
that mean he doesn't love anyone who's not trans?
I don't even know anymore. I just like,
Well,
he doesn't have an
that's what he
answer.
means, if he means he doesn't love anyone that's not trans, that's cisphobic.
This phobia is crazy. Okay, guys, y'all, I'm going to end it here for tonight. I genuinely can't anymore. I am done. Yes, I did say go eat a fork. I used to have that in my bio, but TikTok took it down. They said if you don't like me, go eat a fork. Follow me if you haven't already. Nonya is my op, but she's reasonable and she's not a bitch, which I love about Nonya. So W Nonya in the chat.
I don't think my followers would agree with you, but
No, I don't think you're like W Nonya, to be honest, because she's like one of the at least more reasonable trans debaters, not the ones that scream at you and silence you and don't make you talk. So
thank you.
thank you guys.
Before you end, Nate, can I just self promote and can you guys follow this back up? I don't get my other one back from